Morning all. It's end of March now, so the rivers are closed, the pike season's closed, so it's all down to the still waters now. So I thought I'd come up to this little pond behind me. It's my first trip up here after the Tench. It's supposed to be a good little Tench water. It's my new water that I've joined recently, and not too far from home. 20-minute drive, you know, so it's nice and local really. Most local water that I've got anyway. And as I said, it's supposed to be some nice tench in here. So that's why I've joined, hoping to get a few nice bags of tench. It's only recently opened because it's been flooded, and I mean really flooded. I mean the level now is quite up, you know, probably a couple of feet up, but it's been about 10 foot up, you know, it's just so flooded. All of this valley's been flooded completely in recent weeks, but it's gone down to a sensible level now, so they decided to open it back up, which is great. Arrived today, first thing this morning. Well, I say first thing this morning. It's 7 o'clock now. Not allowed to start fishing till 7 o'clock, so I've just arrived. Got a couple of rods out, using my tench rods. Tench, barbel, perch rods, you know, all-rounder rods. Little flatbed feeders. That's the ground bait I'm using. Fine ground bait. Got some little pellets in there, mixed pellets in there, mixed up. Moulded that round the flatbed feeder. And for hook baits, got my old faithfuls. Use these for tench and crucian fishing up at Godalming. Little fluoro, multicoloured, for 6mm pellets. So I've got those on the hook. Scattered some loose feed around the area. Again, small pellets, 2s and 4s there, and we're hoping for a tench. A little progress report here. I've only been fishing an hour, and there's been quite a bit of activity, and there's been some pike striking. Seen quite a few of those. A couple of other fish rolled, one of which was definitely a tench. That's kind of like out in the middle. But I had a blasting run. That line's twitching. Quite a lot of these little twitches on the flatbed feeder. But on the right hand rod, I had a blasting run, you know, the rod tip just whacked around and line was being pulled off of the reel. And by the time I pulled into it, the fish had charged right into those sunken trees over there, and it was right at the back. It was a good tench, or could have even been a carp, I suppose, but I never got to find out. It started coming out a bit, and then it just come off, so I lost that one. And then the recast, 10 minutes later, that went again. It didn't whack around so much, it's more of a jittery take. And I did land that one. That was a small tench, a couple of pounds, something like that. So that's my first one, £2 tench. It's a start. I'm confident of some more action. You know, I've got the rest of the day. I'm sure at some point, hopefully, I'm going to get one of these lovely tench that live in here. Another update here. It's not even 9 o'clock, it's about 8:45 now. So I've only been fishing for an hour and 3/4. I just keep losing fish. It's the story. These snags out here obviously hold the fish, and I've got 2 baits along the edge of those trees there, but every time I get a take they're just diving into those snags. I think I've lost three more fish. One dived right underneath. I couldn't get it out. I was messing around with it for ages. The fish was still on. I was letting it go, and it was going deeper under, and I was just pulling it back to the same snag each time. Just couldn't get it out, and I had that on for about a quarter of an hour, and in the end I was sort of pulling and suddenly the hook pulled out. So at least the fish was free, so that's good. In amongst all of that, you know, I was messing around. The other rod went screaming off, so I really pulled into that hard. Keep it out of the snags. Kept it out of the snags. Great. They're just thumping around. Obviously a tench thumping around out in the open water here. I thought, great, I'm going to land this one. Got it about halfway in. Look, pulled out of that one. And I think I lost another one where the hook just pulled out. I mean, hopefully I'll land a fish sooner or later. You know, that's four fish I've lost now. Landed one, diddly little one like this. So the tench are obviously feeding. I've still got the rest of the day, so fingers crossed I actually land a fish. Not the tench I was after, but a common carp. Well, there's a surprise. Not exactly the target species, but it's virtually a wildie, I'd say. You know, the way this thing went, it really thought. It's probably a fish around about 10 or 11 pounds, maybe 12, something like that, maybe 13. I'll give it a quick weigh before I go back, but it's a low double. Long, slim, lean fighting machine. So I think I could virtually call this one a wildie common carp. Let's try and get that tench now. Finally, a nice tench. I mean, this is my 8th hooked fish today, 8, and only the 3rd one landed. I've landed a small tench, that carp that you saw earlier, and now a half decent tench finally. So that's brilliant. And there we go. There's my first half decent tench from my new fishery. We'll call it the pond, the Tench pond. Female fish, probably around about 5 pounds I should think. But a good start, and there's still plenty of time left. Well, time's getting on now. It's about 4:45. Sun's starting to sink lower in the sky there. It's been a very pleasant day, I must admit, you know, after all the winter of frosts and floods and rain and all the rest of it. It's been really quite nice to sit out here in the sunshine today. It's been absolutely glorious. You know, it was a bit of a mixed day on the fishing front really. Could have been better, could have been worse. Could have been better. I could have landed all the fish that I hooked, but could have been worse. I could have lost them all. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. And today I won 3, but I lost 5. Five fish. A couple got in the snags there, and I pulled out in the end. A couple just hook pulls in open water. Another one was it dropped it on the run really. You know, it just whacked around. By the time I picked it up, it was gone. And I landed 3 fish. Very small tench, a couple of pound. Carp, lovely common carp, 11 pounds that was. And a slightly better tench, approaching 5 pounds that one was. So I've done alright. You know, shame about the lost fish, but there's always next time. And there's always the next hour. I've been hoping that the fish will start coming on the feed as the sun went down, you know, the last couple of hours, but nothing's happened yet. So it seems that early mornings is your best bet, up to sort of 10 o'clock, 10:30, which is pretty normal for tench fishing anyway. You know, early morning starts are always the best. Once the sun gets up and it starts getting too hot, it tails off, and that's exactly what's happened today. But I'm keeping my fingers crossed for that last hour. You never know. Just one more tench would complete my day. So let's hope so. But if not, as I said, there's always next time. The one last one that I wanted. That's what I've been holding out for all day. This is a nice fish, this is. Brilliant. Oh, it's worth staying till the end of the day, wouldn't it? Right, let's have a look at him. Wow, what a beauty. This is what I've been hoping for all day. Cracking, classic looking tench like this. What a beauty. I'm so pleased with this. After all those lost fish this morning, nothing for the rest of the day. All afternoon's been absolute rubbish, you know, no bites whatsoever. But just got one right on close of play. I'll be packing up in about half an hour. But, got this beauty. I mean, he's not a monster, but what a pretty fish. Well, it's all hotting up now, isn't it? No sooner I'd had that last one, put it back, put another bait on, cast it back out, and within a couple of minutes it was off again. And another equally sized and equally beautiful dark coloured classic tench. There we go. What a cracking fish. Pleased with this. What a great day.